There was actually a story that Rabbi Tzach Zlibishin said over. If any of you remember the days, right now, Baruch Hashem, the days are over. Remember the days in Israel where the bus bombings were every Monday and Thursday. I remember as a kid, every other day there was another bus bombing. Boom, boom, 23 Jews, 30 Jews, 10 Jews. And one of the stories, the buses that blew up in Yerushalayim on the way to the Kotel, one of the passengers that passed away was a kala. A kala. She was ready to get married, she was engaged, and she passed away. Another person that passed away was a little kid, a little 5-year-old kid from Belgium who happened to be in Israel then. His parents, the week of the Shiva, the mother didn't stop crying. She didn't stop crying for her son. It was so hard for her. She went sleeping crying and she fell asleep on the floor in the living room. As she's dreaming, she imagines herself going from place to place in the horrible scene in Yerushalayim. And she sees people screaming and crying and she sees horrible stuff. Out of nowhere, she sees this kala with the dress, with the white dress. And she tells her, I am Mrs. So-and-so that passed away. I want to tell you that me and your son here in Olam Haba are doing just fine. It's the best. We wish you would have came here earlier. And to my parents, please send regards. But tell them that one of the things in Shemayim is that they don't let us to come see how our relatives in this world are surviving after we pass away. And then the mother tells her, but why? And she tells her, no, you don't understand. This is another step for Yemot HaMashiach. This is just another puzzle, another piece of the puzzle for Mashiach to come. This had to happen. And my message to you is, she said, my message to you to tell my parents and for yourself, said the Kala, is be mechazek each other. Have each other's backs, help each other out, love one another, speak good. Go out of your way for your fellow Jew. Out of your way for another Jew. Chas v'shalom for a person to only think about himself. Chas v'shalom for a person to say, I'm comfortable in my house. I have my bills paid. I can make kiddush. I can send my kids a Jewish education. I have money to buy clothing for Yom Tov. I'm fine. I'm doing my own thing. Chas v'shalom. Avraham Avinu taught us never to think like that. Where did we see that, Rabotai? Avraham Avinu was 99 years old, really old. He had his Brit Milah really old. It was the third day of a Brit Milah. Third day of surgery is the hardest day. The Torah tells us it was also the hottest day of the year. He went out to search for guests, for Ochim. The famous question is, there's no mitzvah of Ochim unless they come. Meaning, if people need to be hosted, then comes the mitzvah to host them, to take care of them. But there's no mitzvah to go search for Ochim. It's like saying right now, I want to shake a lulav and a etrog. It's not a mitzvah. So why did Avraham Avinu go so out of your way for this? For what? So the Sfat Emet says, you know why? Because Avraham Avinu was so scared to live that life of being alone and doing my thing. Not even one day was he able to go through closing the door, sit in your recliner, enjoy your AC with a cup of coffee. Avraham Avinu couldn't handle that. He was so scared to be that person. They say a man's house is his castle. He was so scared to be that person that not even one day was he able to handle it. He had to go for another Jew. Go help out. Never say it's enough that I'm good and close the door or close the mind for the needs of others. Chas v'shalom. That's what Avraham Avinu taught us. So this lady, this Kala, told her, we have to be mechazek each other. We have to give each other's backs to each other. That's what we need to do before Mashiach is going to come.